Oh hey, welcome back everyone. Things have been a bit quiet on the movie scene for today, but we still have a couple epic things to talk about, so let's jump right into it. First off, I just want to say Christmas is just around the corner. What better way to celebrate this than to watch the Predator Holiday Special? So that's what we're going to do right now.
Are you ready for the most merry mission of the year, Blitzen? What the...
Sprinkles, get down!
Oh man. Yikes.
Sprinkles for Prancer! Sprinkles for Prancer! Blitzen's down! I need help!
Oh no!
No! No! No! No! No! No! No! No! Santa!
Santa, save Sprinkles! Oh no! Sprinkles!
Sprinkles' call came in from up ahead. Follow me.
Oh my gosh.
Answer now!
What is this? Santa, we need help.
Looks like someone's staying on the naughty list. Larry, light him up! Ho, 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 you ugly mother. Larry, you son of a bitch!
Oh my goodness.
Sprinkles, you're bleeding.
I ain't got time to bleed.
Go Sprinkles.
Happy holidays, you filthy animals.
Oh man. Oh, I knew that was an alien egg.
Oh,
I knew it.
holy sh...
I was actually thinking that. I was like, oh man, that would be so epic if that was an alien egg and it opened up. And it did! That is amazing! I love it! Okay, that was epic. Merry Christmas, by the way. Let me know what you are hoping to get for Christmas this year in the comments below. Let's move on to our second epic story for today. Guillermo del Toro is releasing his Pinocchio film on Netflix, and I can't wait for this film. I love Guillermo del Toro's films, and he's honestly one of my favorite directors working in the movie biz right now at this time. And I'm really interested to see how he brings Pinocchio to life. But he had some interesting things to say in regards to Netflix in a recent interview. I think the landscape is changing, and in the next 5 years, it's going to change tremendously. All the studios are preparing their own streaming platforms, so it's not a matter of a single entity streaming at all. I've been trying to make Pinocchio for 10 years, and I've gone through every studio in Hollywood, and they all said no. So whoever says yes, I make it with that person, and I think it's the same with the Coen brothers with the Ballad of Buster Scruggs, and it's true for Alfonso in the case of Roma. I've loved watching movies my whole life. It's interesting to note how when silent cinema became sound cinema, everyone said that it was the end of movies, and when television appeared, they said it was the end of movies. When Blockbuster video came out into homes, it was the end of movies. But they don't end, they change. There is a duty for us to keep telling stories, and most important is the ambition of the stories we want to tell and the freedom that we have to tell them. Well said, Guillermo del Toro. As you probably remember, I said quite recently myself in a video that things are going to dramatically change the next 5 to 10 years in movies and the way creators tell stories. Honestly, I'm really excited for the future, and I used to be really against things like Netflix and Amazon Prime Video, and it's a few years back, but my perspective on these have really changed a lot, especially being a creator myself. It's nice to see that things are starting to look a little bit more hopeful in the future for me and opportunities that I could have as a filmmaker and writer, being someone who isn't like planted or has roots in Hollywood or anything. So I'm really excited to see how things are going to be developing and changing, and how hopefully power and freedom will go back more into the hands of the creator instead of the corporation. Guillermo del Toro also said in a recent interview that he has like 25 scripts or something that have never been made into movies. And honestly, those scripts are probably a lot more weird and interesting than the films that he has been able to make. Not that the films he's been able to make have been bad or anything, but they probably are a bit more mainstream than some of his other scripts. So I'd be really curious, and hopefully he has an opportunity to be able to bring some of those scripts to life one day. Anyway, a movie poster artist by the name of James Verde Soto, I hope I said your name right, who has made some very iconic movie posters such as Pulp Fiction, Ocean's 11, and Training Day, takes a moment to talk about the posters of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Hello, my name is James Verde Soto. I'm a movie poster artist. I've been designing posters for over 30 years. Today we're going to break down every poster in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The strongest visual here is the perspective. So because of the low angle view, it allows you to bring in multiple characters. There's also all these flying characters in the sky. The low angle allows the eye to go straight up to the glow lighting the main characters. All the secondary action is occurring in the darkness here. The red is kind of offset by the blue. Here's an example of the Avengers comic book series, and you're seeing this very dramatic underview perspective that's used to hold all these characters together. If you notice here, you have these smaller characters that are very reminiscent of all these secondary characters here. They're actually identical in scale. You have the main actor looking outward in the same direction. You have Thor actually duplicated almost verbatim there, kind of with his flying cape. What's important with the comic book architecture is that you get a sense of full narrative in one frame, or a full experience in one frame, which is similar to the language of movie poster art. The first thing that catches your eye here is the face-off of the two characters. You have this dramatic profile, this head-to-head combat that's occurring between these two main characters. If you notice, there's no environment here. They're really pushing the Civil War aspect. That's a promise of collision, but also a unifying aspect. So if you notice,
that's
this
really
red
cool.
and blue connection here, and the blue here on
that's
top
really
of America,
interesting.
and the red uniform.
I didn't notice
is
before
tied
that
in.
it kind of went all the way
You also
around
have
the
this
poster.
very strong
That's really
circle
cool.
device here, and again the split color in the background reinforces the contrast of these two worlds.
That's
coming
really
together.
cool.
A face-off is very common in action movie poster design. This is an example of two movie posters, and they both have the face-off of the two profiles coming head to head. But here, the logo is connected to the icon in the distance, which kind of makes it more new and kind of gives it like a fresh take.
Yeah.
This very traditional setup. You can trace this back to boxing poster advertising.
Interesting. Captain Marvel. Let's
Here
see what
you
he has
have
to say
a very
about this.
traditional blue and the orange color palette. You have this very strong vertical doorway that's introducing a new character into the Marvel Universe. As a secondary take, you have the character's symbol layered into the doorway. And we also have
This is actually a really cool poster. I do like
Ting of Light that's coming up behind the logo. And
I do like the design of this poster.
That's portrayed in a very powerful, iconic stance that's very reminiscent of any superhero, which is very interesting to see brought into the Marvel Universe. And if you notice, there's a cat walking in the darkness on this side of the poster, which kind of is a nod to the story and to the fans. And I think the doorway reminds me of the Crow poster.
Look at that.
So from a compositional perspective, you have this vertical doorway, and here it's kind of almost mirrors that other poster. What makes these posters work is the use of black space, creating this introduction of something new and unexpected that's coming our way.
That's really cool. Anyway, very, very cool, very interesting. I wanted to just kind of highlight that because I thought that this video was really cool. and it shows just how much more in-depth like designs of posters really are than what most people realize and stuff. So I thought I'd share with you guys. I will leave a link in the description for you guys if you want to go check out the rest of this video. It's really fascinating, so I highly recommend it if you are looking for something to watch. But that is it for me for today, guys. I hope you did enjoy this video. So I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Be cool, watch Christmas movies, spend time with your loved ones, and I'll talk to you very soon in another video. Bye!